Yeah, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Um, Thank you so much for having me. My name is Thelma Irere. I'm an educator, um, clinical health psychologist, and a certified behavior therapy with over decade years of experience working with children and teenagers, especially those on the autism spectrum and with special learning needs. I'm also the founder of Reach the Teens Initiative, where we meet the minds with teenagers and also empower them, and we talk about inclusion and their mental well-being. So today I'm excited to speak with you about something that is not just close to my heart, but also incredibly relevant to our future, and that is empowering teens and young adults for success in an AI driven world. So today we are looking at how do we empower teenagers for them in order to be able to feature in the future we are looking at. When we talk about AI, can you hello, can you hear me? I think there's issue with the network. Can you hear me?
Yes, we're fine. We can hear you fine, Thelma. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. At one point, AI was in a distant future. Well, that future we are talking about is now. So, as I say, I do tell my students, welcome to the future. As educator, we need to prepare our teens, our students, to integrate with AI in a safe and thoughtful, intelligent way. Most times, when people hear about AI, especially educators, or as a teacher, you can be little intimidated. But now, as an educator, that need to exploit, you have to be confident. So I'm going to be telling you about a story of a girl named Dami. Back at school in Lagos, Nigeria, I had this amazing year level student. Her name is Dami. She could draw like magic, while most of her classmates were busy cramming for examination. Dami walked up to me one day and said, "Ma, I don't want to do the usual," because she happened to be a child with a special ability. She said, "I just want to make my drawing come alive." But everyone says there is no future in art. And this was the case of Dami. Dami had passion for drawing, and she is concerned about art and how to bring her future. But there were peer pressure. They focus on traditional academics, fear that creativity lacks career opportunity. And this was damning fear. And when she walked up to me, I was able to put Dami through, and I introduced Dami to the world of AI. I said, Dami, I could see the passion in Dami's eyes, so I introduced her to a free AI tools that turns drawing into animation. A few days later, Dami in my school brought her first animated piece to class. She was glowing. She entered a tech art competition as a result of an educator coming up to guide her. Today, Dami is confidently building her portfolio and heading into a media tech program, despite she is a child on the spectrum. That's what this talk is all about today. Our young people, our teenagers already have talent. What they need is for someone to believe in them. And this is the position that educators are standing to show them what is possible and help them get through it. What's really going on in the world today? We are talking about AI making waves. Let's not sugarcoat it. Things are changing fast, especially in the part of the world where I came from. If you are not um, IT compliance or have knowledge on AI, you will not be able to feature. We are in the middle of something big. We are in the fourth industrial revolution. You have probably heard the term AI. No one is a novice of the word AI. AI is like making use of machine learning, big data, robotic. But what does it really mean for teenagers today? According to the World Economic Forum, 85 million jobs will disappear in the year 2025. But here we are already in 2025. 97 million new ones will be created. Funny enough, the future we are talking about, the future we want to empower our teenagers, our teens, our students to future in, we are already in the future. AI is everywhere. You want to tell the students to keep them away from AI. Everything you want to keep them away from is with them on their phone. We have our phones in our classroom. We make use of the iBoard. We have, even in our kitchen, AI is everywhere. So while students are using tools these days, when I go to the class teaching my students, give them assignment, before you know it, they turn the assignment in because they are not exposed to AI, making use of ChatGPT, making use of Grammarly to write, to learn, and research in ways we don't even imagine in 10 years ago. I remember when I was in secondary school, there was nothing of sort. And that leaves us with one big question. How do we prepare our students for this new world without overwhelming them or ourselves? As educators, our goal is beyond sparking curiosity among teenagers. It is about transforming them into tangible action, driving breakthrough in AI, and preparing them for the future. You cannot future in the future that you don't envisage or you prepare for. So as educator, the future is no longer tomorrow. It is now. No things or student can future in any future. As educators, how to empower the teens for the future is a strong belief on their ability. You need to believe in them. Believe in them that they can reshape and they can future in the future. As educator, our goals stretch beyond the four walls of a school or AI education. We stand as an advocate in creating inclusion, space where everything can be fitted to future. Educators are to build the bridge to more equitable future. Now, to get this done, in equipping them, we need a mindset before a skill set. It is the mindset because without the mindset, they cannot acquire a skill that will make them to future in the future. So how do we do this? Like I said, equity, the mindset shift. You need to empower before you equip. AI won't take job. Skill users will thrive. Lifelong learning encourage curiosity. Adaptability will prioritize problem solving. Like I said, that the mindset shift of our student, we need to create a mindset. Let's be honest. When things hear about an AI taking over job, many of them panic. I've met a lot of students in my class. Some of them, and we too as educators, we do at times. But there is this thing, AI isn't the enemy. It is just a tool. And the truth is, AI won't replace humans. But humans who knows how to use AI will replace those who don't. Am I right? Am I correct? Yes. Can I hear someone? I said
Yes,
AI
we agree
won't
with you.
replace human, but humans who knows how to use AI, they are the one that will replace those who don't know. So before we start throwing tools about AI to students, before we start throwing tools, students, we need to build the right mindset. Two things matter. Learning is lifelong. Oftentimes, we as educators, when we come to the class after making research, what do we impart? We impart our residual knowledge. So lifelong learning is a lifelong thing. We need to teach our students to be curious, encourage question. Many of their future jobs don't even exist yet. So we need to help them to try to run an AI exploration week in our schools or in an organization where students pick any field they love. It can be field of fashion, it can be farming, it can be health or music, and explore how AI is being used here. Let them present their findings and creativity. That is the mindset shift. I move to the mindset two, which is adaptability over memorization. Adaptability over memorization. Oftentimes, teachers think students top mark is everything, but the real value is giving the student the opportunity to think, to reward critical thinking. We need to shift focus from memorization to problem solving. An example of that is being practiced in Finland. They have the top innovation schools. They prioritize teamwork over problem solving. And also, we need to embrace creativity. Through this, we can prepare our students for the future. We need to teach our students the real value is being able to adapt, to be able to solve problems, and to think critically. We move to making AI work in the classroom. How do we, as educators, make AI to work in the classroom? How do we actually use AI? AI fits into every subject. In high school where I work, AI is what we use, artificial intelligence. You can use artificial intelligence to teach English language, business study, and science. We also need to teach the ethics of it all. AI isn't always accurate. As we educate the teenagers, it can carry a lot of bias. So students need to know that when we are empowering our students, because these days, when you give students assignments to carry out, you just discover they will turn it in through the help of ChatGPT without carrying out to find out whether they are correct or wrong. So we need to teach our students the ethics of AI in making it work in the classroom. We need to encourage our students to solve real life problems using tech. Example, how can we reduce food waste in school? Some students might create a chatbot for leftover recipes idea. Others could analyze me data to help the kitchen plan better. AI in the classroom. When we say AI, it's just beyond coming to the class to talk about it or to use it to teach subject just for students to pass. We need to help them by making it more to teach the ethics of it. Should AI also tell the student, give them the opportunity to ask questions while we are using AI to teach them. Use tools like Google Teachable Machine to let them train a model or see how bad data leads to biased outcome. Another aspect is to go real world with projects. We need to encourage our students to solve real problems using tech. You don't need to be an expert to be able to teach students. You don't need to be an AI expert. I remember when I started making use of artificial intelligence, I do tell my students that the computer is user friendly. The more you use it, the more you get to know it. You just need to be willing to exploit with the student. And what I want to tell you is that the students we have, the teenagers, they are more curious. They want to know more. So when we come as a teacher with the mind to exploit, we see that our children want to learn more. W.E.B. Du Bois once said, children learn more from what you are than what you teach. When the children see you as an educator, that you really want to make impact, that you really want to prepare them for the future where they will be able to future, you will see that they will be more curious. They will say things like, oh, I want to learn more. So like I said, that you don't need to be an expert of AI as an educator to teach. You need to have the mind to explore. You as an educator, be curious, out loud, say things like, I don't know. Let's find out together. It makes learning more easy than life scary. Another aspect on how to impact your teenagers in schools with AI is to bring in real people. Get AI professionals to speak to your class online or in person. Let students hear from people who look like them and also doing great things. Honor learning differences. Use AI to support students who learn differently. I have a child I'm working with, an 18 years old child with special ability. She loved to make use of the computer. And when I discover a strength, and that is what we are learning through. Honor learning differences. Use AI to support students who learn differently. How do you do this? You use text to speech for children that are having dyslexic learners, speech to text for students who struggle to write, and mind mapping tools like MindMaster for visual thinkers. And with this, we can prepare our teenagers for future. We are empowering them. I want to give you our Nigeria story. Don't believe the lies that we are playing catch up. Africa is building and Nigeria is moving. Let me drop a few names. We have a lot of people that are making impact to empower teenagers for them to be prepared for the future in which they want to future in. We have U-Lesson, the personalized education through AI. We have the Andela training Nigeria youth for global tech role. We also have Lemfield and 56 AI. They are making waves in AI through powered financing. So what can we do as educators to empower our teenagers? The need to empower teens isn't just a distant dream. it is our current realities. As educators, we are to empower our teens to use AI to drive innovation and lead to unique, impactful future. That is what we as educators are meant to do. Educators need to empower the teens by teaching the students to navigate the fear balance teaching to develop AI competence and ethical responsibility. The students we mentor today The students we mentor today are the future innovators, ethical researchers, and developers. The very individual industry leaders we soon seek. So, as an educator, we need to mentor them in a way that they can able to feature in the future. How can we get this done as educators? We need to advocate for coding, and that is currently going on in most of the school here in Nigeria, robotics and data science in our school. We use tools that work even in low bandwidth setting. When you come across our students today in Nigeria, every one of them already have the knowledge of making use of AI tools to turn in their assignment. Also partners with organizations like AI Saturdays, Tech Dev, Tech R, and others, bringing free tech training to young people. My students these days are really doing great. When I started my talk, I gave us example about Dami, a special needs child who only have interest in what? In drawing. While others are cramming, Dami already discovered her path. She didn't just want to discover AI. She discovered that her dream matter, that someone saw her, believed in her, and gave her a tool. That's the kind of educator each of us can be. And when I'm saying educators, I am not only talking about teachers. Educators are beyond the four walls of a school. So we can have people like Dami in our environment that need someone to help them. You don't need to save the whole world as an educator. Just start with one student. It's like lighting a candle. Dami was that one student. And when you start with one student, I want to tell you that you are changing the world. A lot of teachers today or educators, they want to work with children, but they sideline those that have special ability, not knowing that these children with special ability are part of the society. They need to be included and they need to be imparted. They need to be empowered so that they also can stand and they will not be a liability to the economy. Let's go out and be kind, or be kind of educator who choose curiosity over fear. Educators who mix empathy with innovation. We need to be educators who equip students to not just survive, but lead. I do tell each time I have opportunity to have seminar with teachers, I do tell them the way you train any child, the way you empower. Remember that the students, the teenagers you are empowering today are the future tomorrow. If you don't make meaningful impact, remember that the teenagers you are imparting today are coming up tomorrow to be the educator that will impart your children. And it is the knowledge you are giving to them they will give back to you. So when you as an educator, you want to empower teenagers, remember I said empower them with curiosity over fear. empower them with empathy, with innovation, equip students not to just survive, but to lead. Exploit solutions that makes learning more engaging. Learning needs to be student-centered. Learning will not take place if only the educator is benefiting. Learning will only be able to be beneficial if the person that you have taught is able to impact his immediate environment with what you have taught them. We need to engage the teenagers, accessible and inclusive for everyone, whether you are a teacher or you are not. Let's have this at our mind, that we are shaping young mind. Whether you are a school administrator, you are driving progress, or whether you are an official crafting education policy, the future is no longer tomorrow. The future is now. The future isn't something to fear. A lot of our teenagers from the part of the world I came from are afraid of the future. So as educator, we are bridging the gap. It is something we get to shape one student at a time. So I want to say that we need to empower our team. The distinct dream is in our current reality. We need to empower them to prepare for the future. And as we, as educators, we have that power. Thank you for listening.